Al Bernstein for the Boxing Channel here with Richard Schaefer, the man who runs Golden Boy Promotions. And Richard, we're getting ready for Media Day for the Mayweather-Guerrero fight. But this fight is not the only one on the docket in the next few weeks. We're going to have a busy run of fights that you are promoting, starting this weekend with Canelo Alvarez and Austin Trout. 35,000 people in San Antonio. This has to be an event that you're looking forward to.
Absolutely, and actually we were able to squeeze in another 3,000. So the official count now is 38,004 people to be exact. So and we could have probably sold 10 or 15,000 more, but we couldn't add more seats. So we are at capacity there. Great fight, great matchup, dangerous matchup for Canelo. He really pushed for that fight. And so we'll see what's going to happen. But I think it's the kind of fight which I know stylistically in the ring will really thrill fight fans and sports fans, and will attract non-boxing fans, I think, to the sport of boxing as well. And I think that's what you're going to see through that run. What that run, starting with the Canelo fight, and then of course Garcia and Judah, and then Mayweather and Guerrero. I think this is so good for boxing. You will definitely be able to bring new fans to the sport.
Yeah, and that's the key. Now, I just want to make sure you didn't sell my ringside seat to do the Showtime broadcast. Do I have to pay for that seat or no?
They're gone, so, but don't worry. You know, we have a great auxiliary section, so.
I'm sure I'll be able to see the fight pretty well from back there. Thank you. I was worried for a second, but now I'm feeling good. You talked about attracting the casual fan, and the Canelo fight can do that on several fronts, probably. He's a very popular figure in Mexico and becoming so in the United States. And Austin Trout, if people understand, and I think they do, he's a terrific fighter. And this is a 50-50 fight, at least I see it that way.
Well, you know, a lot of people actually feel that Austin Trout has the advantage. A lot of media members called us and said, what a stupid fight to make. Why would you want to go and do that? It's going to hurt Canelo's career if he loses and so on. And I think right there I stop. I think what we want to do, and we see that with that next few weeks run up, and we really have seen it over the last couple of years or so, we want the best fight the best. And when you do that, there is no losers. And if, of course I hope not, but if it wouldn't go Canelo's way, that doesn't mean Canelo is no longer going to be Canelo. He's still going to be Canelo, and he's an exciting guy. So of course I hope he's going to win, but when you put fights like that together, I really believe there's no losers. And I think the TV networks have realized that as well over the last 2 years. And I give you another example, Marcos Maidana. You win some and you lose some, but you know every time Maidana fights, it's must-see TV. Josecito Lopez is another one of those guys where you just know Victor Ortiz, you know, all those guys you know.
Jesus Soto Karass.
Jesus Soto Karass. It's must-see TV. Of course they want to win and you want them to win, but even if you don't, TV networks want to have them back. And that, I think, is a page which we learned a bit out of UFC. Absolutely. Because if you look at some of these UFC champions, they have, like, they're world champions, they have 15 wins and 8 losses, but who cares?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I think the interesting thing is that for Austin Trout, depending on how that fight goes, if they both produce a great fight, no matter what happens, both these fighters very viable as they move forward because they're both very talented men. So it'll be fascinating to see. One last comment on the Judah Garcia fight, which is going to be at the Barclays Center on the 27th. The burden of proof is on Zab Judah, certainly, but it'll be an interesting test for Garcia.
Absolutely, big fight, and again you see it there as well with the number of tickets sold. It will be definitely the biggest crowd we had yet for a boxing event at the Barclays Center. I think we had over 10,000 sold tickets already. So that shows you the strength of the matchup with Garcia and with Judah. And I think, you know, Danny Garcia is the kind of guy, he'll fight anyone and everywhere, and that's what he's doing. He's fighting Zab Judah in his hometown. So I think Zab Judah knows that this is high noon for him. It's basically do or die, and he's going to be prepared. He's going to be very well prepared, and he sees the opportunity that is, because with one win he can be right back on top of the 140-pound weight class. And So this is and talking about stylistically, I think this is going to be another great fight.
Yeah, it is intriguing. So Brooklyn will be in the house for Zab Judah and Zab Judah himself. Should be a very exciting evening. Richard, thanks for taking a few moments with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, Richard Schaefer, who has a great run coming, and I'm thrilled that I'm going to be part of that at ringside. Take care.